So a couple days ago, Fluump dropped this video of how he pulled off this crazy new shot in Rocket League. So I gave it a watch because I'm obsessed with all things Rocket League, as you should be. Okay, so this is the shot. Basically, he takes the ball around his goal and then goes off the goalpost. Now, the reason he does this is so he has an unlimited dodge, and then he ends up kind of pinching the ball into the goal. So after seeing this for the first time, I thought, hey, not bad for someone with zero mechanical skill. Then I realized I just cucked myself because I've never scored this shot myself. So naturally I had to change that. So I'll make sure to leave Fluump's video down in the description because it is the original version. So if you do want to check out some actually high quality content, don't watch Fluump. One more thing to add is that Fluump credited this guy named PikaJ for actually discovering the mechanic because no one had ever seen this apparently until now, and this guy was the first person to post it on his Twitter, so I'll make sure to leave that in the description. So Fluump is calling this mechanic the Pika Pinch because it was discovered by Pika, so that's what I'm going to be doing in this video as well, so hopefully you guys are cool with that. And anyways, let's get into the video. So luckily for us, Fluump has made a custom training pack for us. So I'll make sure to leave that in the description below. But what Fluump doesn't realize is he's just given the best way to practice this mechanic to his mortal enemy. And the reason I say that is because my number 2 goal in life, right after not dying a virgin, has always been to be better than Fluump, because we've had about the same amount of hours since I started playing. So I have to outdo him at all costs. So after practicing this mechanic for quite a while, I think I'm qualified to give you guys a few tips that you might want to hear if you want to learn how to hit this shot yourself. So first of all, I'd say you want to start out in car cam, and then once you're like halfway into the goal, you can switch back to ball cam. So you basically want to line yourself up in car cam, and then switch to ball cam once you're lined up, because everything's easier to do in ball cam. It's just hard to line yourself up when you can't see the post. Now the second tip kind of just comes with practice. It's about knowing how far to the right or how far to the left you want to be, because if you're too far to the left, you'll either lose all your momentum or you'll just get stuck and smack your face right into the goalpost. But if you go too far to the right, you'll just barely clip it and you won't actually be able to keep your unlimited flip, you'll just land normally. Or there's this weird thing where you just start climbing the wall. I think that comes from turning left a little bit too late. So yeah, don't do that. That happened to me a few times. On a side note, I like to aero my car sideways so that my wheels are facing my opponent's goal because I think it gives you the most accuracy. But if that's not how you normally go for pinch shots, then don't worry about it. That's just how I like to do it. And then another thing I did about halfway through my training session was switch to the Dominus because it felt a little bit easier just to get the setup because your car didn't like to stick to the wall as much. It seemed like it was perfect for the mechanic, and then the pinches felt a little bit more powerful, so I did switch to the Dominus for a while. And then this next tip really helps in-game, because in the training pack you can't do it. The ball is too close to the wall for this tip. In an actual game, I think it's a lot easier if the ball is around your corner area to just flip into the ball and push it all the way across your net so you don't have to waste boost dribbling the ball. That way you can flip into it, it pushes it across the goal, and then you can just worry about the setup with the car and you don't have to worry about the ball. And then it makes it a lot easier and you have a lot more boost to perform the mechanic. So with this training session done, I figured we had to hop into some actual games. And I figured 1v1s was the best playlist to cue for this video because in a 1v1 that's typically when you get the most space, because if you're in 2v2, you know your teammates and your opponents, there's twice as many people to get in your way. So I kind of had to do 1v1s. But of course we weren't going to go into ranked because I would like to finish this season above bronze 1. So we had to hop into unranked, which I thought was going to be all nice and easy because it's against people who shouldn't be tryharding since it's not in ranked. But boy was I wrong. So we changed our name to George Washing Machine and we were ready to go. It was only game 1, and I was already pissed off, so much so, to the point where I started venting my frustrations in the chat because this guy was ball chasing. Before realizing that this guy was on console, so he can't actually see any messages I send. Because, why make a cross-platform chat when you have a cross-platform game? I can't possibly see the use in that. Well, game 2 wasn't really any better. After narrowly dodging this guy's demo, I then went to go score the pinch, but he had proceeded to ball chase. And things only got worse from there. And then I matched up against the guy from game 1, and I tried to get my revenge on him by bumping him. But let's just say things didn't go to plan. But at least game 3 went better. I ended up getting a self-pass off of this nice Pika Pinch. But I obviously wasn't satisfied with that, because we have to beat Fluump. But we still have a long way to go. Dude, come on. And things weren't exactly looking up. But after quite some time, we finally got a decent opportunity. And for quite some time, my frustration would only continue. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you. God damn it. But in the next game, we got our best pinch so far. And then my cat, that was raised by birds or something, decided to interrupt the recording. Shut up. No. You don't need food, you're fat. Yeah. I said it.
Bruh.
No, dude. After so many failed attempts, we finally found this guy who was actually taking turns with us. But after 12 minutes of overtime, he apparently got bored or something, and it ended like this. No, why? Oh my god. Are you serious? And then in the next game, we ran into this guy who was paralyzed by the fear of what we were doing. Okay. But then, I made the decision to switch back to the Octane because I felt it gave me more consistency, and something crazy happened. Get in there, please. Do it. No! Are you serious? Oh my god. Oh, please, dude. And although we still hadn't scored it yet, I was feeling much better on the Octane and much more consistent. Alright, this is it. I'm calling it. Actually, probably not. Wait! No! Why? He saved it. Oh my god! Come on. And apparently missing shots makes me constipated. But with how close I was getting, I knew it was only a matter of time. Alright, here goes nothing. It's on target again. Those dog shit. That's gonna be tough. But we happen to have a lot of boost. It's on target. Can he save it? No, he can't. Let's go! And then, in the same game in overtime, it happened again. Oh! Yes! I don't know, I'm pretty sure he let that go in, but that's literally 2 in a row. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he let that go in. That's not good enough, unfortunately. I still needed to hit one where the defender was actually trying in order for it to count. Oh. He's not saving that. And with that, we had finally done it. So after doing the shot, I'd say just using the car you're most comfortable with is the best way to go. So like if that's the Grog, then use the Grog. It doesn't really matter. But anyways, I'm always looking for feedback from you guys. So if you have any criticism, make sure to leave it in the comments below. And if you disliked the video, let me know why. But if you did enjoy it, make sure to drop a like and consider subscribing and maybe even check out the video that's on screen now. But yeah, that's all from me, guys. Catch you later.